This video is about how to make art to give away as gifts during the holidays, and I'm going to share some of my great experiences with you so that you get a sense of what's possible for yourself. What you will find is that making art for other people, particularly if you do it while you're on holiday or vacation, visiting them, is you not only give a gift, like a physical object to someone, but you also get a great memory for yourself. And you end up giving the experience to the people around you of watching you draw or paint, and they get to see it come to life. And that is another wonderful memory, that every time they see that painting hanging up in that family member who received its house, they'll always remember that great time they had talking with you while you painted. So it's really a kind of gift that keeps giving, not to be cliche, but it really does, and can bring a lot of joy to you and your family over the holidays. So I really want to share all of that experience with you. All right, I want to take you back to 2016. I'm in the dollar store in a suburb of Cleveland with my husband, my sister-in-law, and her boyfriend at the time. He's actually her husband now. He proposed that Christmas, which was very exciting because we all were in on it except for her. But he hadn't done it at this point in the story yet. So I'm at the dollar store and we're looking for, it's my sister-in-law's idea. She, wants us to get some fun stocking stuffers for Christmas. I actually come upon these frames, like picture frames, that are very tasteful and affordable. And I think they only fit like a 4x6 picture in them. And I decide, okay, I'm gonna draw something. For my mother-in-law, I'll draw her cat. She has a black cat. And I'll frame it, and that'll be her stocking stuffer from me. And I just thought it was like creative, and I don't know, I got inspired by this picture frame, which was something I think she'd actually put in her house. And they came in packs of 3, so I got, I figured, well, I'll do one for my sister-in-law too. She has a cat, kind of a gray and brown cat. And then anyway, so I had an extra one. And I go back to the house. Oh, I buy some colored pencils too. I think I did get them at the dollar store. And go back to the house. And at some point that afternoon, I'm like drawing this cat, who she had just kind of like slinked into the bedroom where I was staying, the guest room. And I just kind of caught a nice pose of hers where she was like, had one foot behind the other. It was very cat-like, very sweet, curious. I had these great gifts and I was excited to give them. And of course, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, they both loved their pictures of the cats, right? So that was a fun gift to give because it was a surprise and totally handmade and thoughtful. It made me feel really good about myself to be able to give something like that to them. Okay, so fast forward to 2018. My father-in-law has just moved into a new apartment, and my husband's side of the family, they always create a Christmas wish list, and we kind of like email it to each other, which is not something I ever did growing up, but it's fun because you can get what you want. And he requested art for Christmas so he could decorate his new place. And of course I wanted to paint him something. I wasn't gonna just buy him a print at IKEA, which a lot of, it's very easy to do and totally an option, but I was determined to paint him something. And so I didn't actually bring any supplies with me. So we went and visited him for that Christmas. We went to San Clemente, which is where he lives. Anyway, it's where we have both my husband and I have a lot of family. And I didn't bring any supplies. When we got there, we made plans to go to an art store. And I discovered this gorgeous little art store. It's actually not there anymore, but it's like beautiful hardwood inside and everything you could need, and good prices, and independent art store. And I got
these really small paints, which I'll show you. Let me see if I can show you now. Well, they're about this size. I have one of them, white, my favorite color. So yes, acrylic. And I bought him a canvas that, like, you know, was already stretched on wood, kind of like those two, because you don't have to frame them. They kind of, especially with acrylic paint, like you don't really have to frame them. So I thought that'd be easy to just give him that. And so I bought like a bunch of colors of these. I got like 3 different blues, and I got green and red and yellow and brown, and that made it really fast because I didn't have to mix a whole lot of paint. Of course, I still mixed paint, and actually the painting I gave him is very similar to that one, only it was like half the size. So I decided to paint like the beach, and in reality there's homes on the Palisade, but took the homes out of it and made it like that. So yeah, that was really fun because Christmas Eve, after we did kind of like my husband's family's like rituals, where they say a prayer and they read Terrible Teddy, which is a cute Christmas story. After all that was done and we kind of like, people were kind of just talking and hanging out, I got all my art supplies out and I set up, we were staying at my husband's aunt and uncle's house. I set myself up outside, kind of like used the barbecue to like hold my supplies, and then I like propped up the canvas. I think I covered the barbecue in like a trash bag that I found at their house. I like cut the trash bag open and covered it, propped up the canvas on that, and I like had paint kind of like on that side part of the barbecue, you know, where you can like keep your tools or whatever. And so then I like put a drop cloth, another plastic bag on the ground, and I think I was wearing an apron or something. Maybe I even put maybe I made a plastic apron, which is pretty easy to do with a trash bag. So I was painting outside, and you know, it's Southern California. It was perfect temperature. It was like lovely. But my mother, or my aunt, or my aunt-in-law, she was very concerned that I'd be cold. No, she lives there, so for her it was winter and it was cold, but for me it was like perfect. So she insisted I come inside, and so I just moved my setup. I put plastic down in their family room, kind of against their glass, sliding glass door. And I was kind of like sitting on the floor, on carpet. So I like really tried to cover everything with this plastic, and then I just propped the canvas against the wall. And so, you know, people kept coming to talk to me because I was in the house, and that was something new for me. Like, I've painted with friends before, definitely, and I do enjoy that a lot. But there was something special about, like, everyone knew that I was going to be giving this gift to Rob, and that's my father-in-law, and you know, people are excited to watch it change and go from like nothing to something. And it kept me company, you know, like kind of made the time go by really quickly. And so I didn't stay up that late. Maybe I stayed up till like 10:30, which is, for me, that's like my bedtime. But anyway, it was fun because my husband's uncle came and talked to me, and my mother-in-law came and talked to me, and it was like super relaxing. And I think for them it was soothing to just watch me paint. Like, I've kind of gotten that feedback. So why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because you never know what kind of experience you're gonna have when you paint while you're traveling. And there's something really magical about the unexpected experience you have doing it. And that Christmas morning when I gave my father-in-law the painting, I put it in another trash bag because it was actually, it rained on Christmas morning, and my uncle like helped me put it in a bag and like get it to into the car, and it was still kind of wet itself actually. So anyway, it dried really fast. It's acrylic paint, dries crazy fast. So you know, we kind of had it in a trash bag with no adornment, kind of sitting in the corner of my father-in-law's apartment, and we give gifts in the order of age. So he got his gifts last. Like, we kind of go in a circle, like everyone opens youngest to oldest, I think that's how it goes. So he, you know, I think he waited till the end to open that gift, and it was really exciting. And then of course we had like a project to do, which I love projects, which was to find materials to hang that. Plus I think the day before we got him some, or around that time we bought him a bunch of art at a thrift store too. Plus he had a bunch of art. So we had this whole project of like hanging the art, and I think maybe we did that the day after Christmas. I'm not sure, but it was super fun. And since then he's requested another painting. And so, so this course is really meant to, you know, give you a new perspective on traveling and painting and making art, and how fun it can make your trip. I mean, that Christmas was, both of those Christmases were way more special because I got to express myself that way. I think it's really important for us all to do our art, and especially like as a way to communicate with family. It really like changes it, because sometimes we can't say everything we feel with our family. We get kind of like, I got more connected to like myself and was able to be more loving than I might have been, you know, had I not had that experience. Because sometimes we're a little bit, I don't know, I find myself sometimes a little bit like concerned around family, like anxious, you know, like, did I say the right thing? Did I hurt their feelings? Did they hurt my feelings? Like, am I being sensitive? Like, all that stuff comes up. So it makes a big difference.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can see it's a really wonderful experience to paint while you're visiting family, and end up giving that as a gift. That's always a wonderful expression of yourself. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it on the channel, and please subscribe to my channel. And in the meantime, until my next video, you can follow me on Instagram at MiaBCChristie. I'll be posting another video in a week. Thank you so much. Bye.